Right.
And it's a different kind of beautiful, Paul.
It isn't beautiful.
It is. It is.
Snow is the worst thing.
No.
All right, then.
Anyways.
Good morning. Welcome to Campbell Mountain. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a little walk on Campbell Mountain and see if we can see anything photographically that might prove interesting. This is, in a bit of a way, a return to form for us. Campbell Mountain is where we did this year a lot of our training for a backpack trip we went on the West Coast Trail earlier this year. We started very early in the year when there was still snow on the ground here. And now, as of a few days ago, there's snow on the ground again.
Full circle.
Yeah, we've come full circle, I think. And today we're going to find out just how much snow there is on the ground out there, and if we're able to actually walk on it at all. We might actually just have to turn around, come back to the truck, and go have a coffee, which at the moment sounds like a pretty good idea. But let's get out there, see what we can find, and what I'm hoping is that we'll be able to take a nice panoramic shot of the valley below. I've taken that shot many times in the past, in the summer particularly, when it's very nice in the valley and it's sunny and pretty. Now it's not so pretty. There is a little blue sky for us today. Not the prettiest day though. So it'll be interesting to compare the panoramic today to one I took in the summer, provided putting that panoramic together in my computer doesn't break my computer again, which it did the last time. We're going to go with a very minimal setup for today's walk. I've just got my pack with my camera, got a tripod. Diana, what do you have?
Just me.
Well, that's almost what she has, but she also has a toque and she has some gloves, which, if you're a betting man...
And my earbuds.
Of course, the earbuds. I'm betting most of that, except the ears, are going to come off pretty quickly because it's not that cold out today. No. It might be snowy, but it isn't cold. Right then, let's get out on the trail, see what we can find. Here's something we're discovering as we're walking on Campbell Mountain today. We can't tell where the trail is. It's all covered in snow. So these may be the last words ever heard from us. We may never be seen again, lost in the wilds of Campbell Mountain.
We didn't take any food.
If that happens,
unprepared,
please give my stereo to charity. Here's our first opportunity to take a good panoramic picture of the valley below. We've emerged from the trees after improvising a trail in the snow, and we're rewarded with this beautiful view behind me. It's a view so beautiful, not even all this snow can destroy it. Although the snow is trying very hard to destroy it, I would have to say. Let's talk a little about the shot we're going to take here in the valley. This is going to be a panoramic shot, so I'm going to be taking it vertically with my camera rather than horizontally so that we get more slices, and then we should get a better panoramic, a little taller as well. I'm going to be shooting this at f11. I want a pretty good depth of field. And I'm also going to be switching to manual exposure because I don't want the camera recalculating the exposure as I go through the different slices of the panoramic. That's very important to remember when you do that. Set everything to manual, take your shots, and then return your camera to whatever you like to usually shoot on. For me, that's aperture priority, but in this case, manual is the appropriate thing to do. The other thing to be careful of when taking the panoramic is to make sure that you take a stance that's wide enough so you can turn yourself through the entire panoramic as you're taking it. I've had it happen more than once that I've gotten halfway through the panoramic and my feet weren't set just right and I've almost fallen over, which if you're watching me take the photo is probably hugely comedic, but if you're taking the photo is rather disappointing. So we're going to take a wide stance, we're going to practice the pivot a few times before we take the picture, then we're going to take the picture. We've arrived at the scene of our next panoramic shot, and probably our final panoramic shot of the day. This is at the other side of Campbell Mountain, and we're looking towards Skaha Lake behind me. So we're getting the sort of opposite view. Earlier, when we took the first shot, we were looking toward Okanagan Lake. Now we're looking south. That's where we're going to take our next shot. Once again, we're going to be setting our camera to full manual so that we have no changes to the exposure during the shot. We're going to be setting a wide stance with our legs so that we don't fall over and make comedy video instead of photography video. And we'll be taking as many slices as we can with some overlap between them to make sure we get an effective panoramic image. That's another panoramic in the bag. We'll see how my computer likes it when I get home. That should about do it for today. We got a couple of nice panoramic shots and we even fooled around a little bit here and took some shots of us admiring the scenery. Time now to pack up, head back to the truck, and go home for some lunch.
Lunch?
Probably for lunch, we might have chili and biscuits.
Yo.
Ooh,
Yummy.
Wouldn't that be yummy? It'll make us walk faster getting back.
Let's go.
Thanks for joining us on this outing today. This is about as good as you can get for the winter here. Not too cold, a little bit of snow, but some beautiful scenery. If you haven't subscribed to our videos yet, please take a moment to do so below and hit the notify button so that you're notified every time we put up a new video. In the new year, our goal is to put out a new video regularly, so be sure to be notified. We also really like your comments, and if you like this video, please give us a like. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one. Good morning.
Yelling. Yelling and making the birds wake up.